All right, welcome to another episode of Stitch Method with my very special guest, Sean Daniel. Now, let's give him some props. As you probably know, I just reached 100,000 subscribers, and I owe it all to this guy.
Nah, not all.
No,
80%.
But 80%. 80%.
Yeah. I'm surprised. I'm happy to still be on here now that you've reached 1,000.
Oh yeah, I totally closed the doors to any sort of of working together with anyone. It's on. I'm
sitting in your palace,
yeah,
locked down with your 100,000 followers.
Well, for anyone who I'm sure a lot of you know, but he was the one that said, "Hey, you gotta do a YouTube channel," and I was like, "No," and then he was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Okay, fine."
The people needed it.
And I mean, you obviously got me. You got me my first 35,000 subscribers easily, and then some. So thank you for that. So we're having Sean here because we want to talk about something that I hear a lot on my live feeds, also my Facebook Stitch Method Jammers. This question comes up, and I feel like to have two different perspectives on it might help. And it's about how to get out of a guitar playing rut. Now, before we get into it, a rut can mean many different things. It can mean you're frustrated with one thing, you're frustrated with your songwriting, you're frustrated with your soloing, or you're just frustrated in general.
You're just bored.
So we're going to shoot, bored. We're going to shoot different ideas out. Are they going to hit home all of them? No, but we're just going to present some ideas. There is no, rut buster formula. If there was, we'd know it.
It's different for everybody.
Right? So here are just some ideas from people who've gone through it. And now we're in this position of semi-authority where we have a camera on YouTube. And
I would say total authority.
I'll take it, and and we'll present some ideas to you. So, Sean, what kind of ideas do you have? What's a general idea to help someone try to get out of a rut of just feeling bleh about guitar playing?
Yeah. So when I think of being in a rut, because I've been there many times, it's I'm just kind of bored with what I'm playing. Maybe I'm not seeing a lot of progress, and what I'm doing, or the progress is so slow, it's not really exciting for me anymore.
Right.
Try a new genre out.
Nice. Whatever
that may be. I'm a rock guy at heart.
Yeah.
But just kind of maybe entry level jazz, like Dave Brubeck style jazz, or kind of something bossa nova-ish. Really introduces a ton of different rhythms, chord voicings, different ways to kind of play.
Even the feel of the guitar neck changes the genre.
Yes, it's just, everything is just kind of different. Yeah. But you're using the same principles that you've already started.
Yeah, and it's a good suggestion, getting out into another genre. But some people might be like, bleh, I don't want to try another genre. And
I'm a blues player till I die.
But you know what? you want you want to play different genres. Just put something on, see if you can get the tabs for it, something you like, and see how it plays differently, and try to emulate the sounds you're getting. You will play different rhythms. You will play different techniques, and it just might be enough to, as I say, crack that glow stick to light up something inside you that helps. That's one way.
And if you think of some of the best, most influential players of all time, they usually are a mix. Or kind of a conglomeration of different ideas, different genres.
A lot of my favorite guitar players are a huge mix. They're mutts of the guitar land.
Exactly.
And then I just focused on their journey because they've already consolidated for me.
There you go.
But so one suggestion I have is I don't know who termed the sum is greater than the whole of its parts, something like that. It's called Gestalt psychology. Some people will say it's that or Aristotle. It doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. The idea is that the piece isn't worth as much as the whole of all the pieces. And a good thing to remember when you're playing guitar, if you're a guitar player and you practice by yourself, is that you really are one piece of that puzzle, and you might have just exhausted all of your options in your one tunnel, and you might want to go out and either have friends come over and jam, it might be awkward, or force yourself to go to an open blues night jam where you're playing with other people, because when you're playing by yourself, you are setting your pace, you're setting your gravity, you're setting your comfort zone, and if you have somebody else you're playing with who totally respects everything, it just takes one drum hit or one keyboard little thing that you kind of all of a sudden attach to a new center of gravity, and you start playing and realize that your guitar is one piece of the puzzle, and if you play with people you start to snap into the whole universe of music, and it really can inspire you. So I really do recommend getting out and just playing with people. You might be like, hey man, I'm so bored of what I do, and just play some power chords, but next thing you know, you might light up. Anyway, I'll let you have
and even if it can be an intimidating thing. Yeah. Playing with people for sure.
Yeah.
Just going out and just seeing it first. And it's kind of some level of immersion into the scene or into open mic thing. And then, I think that's an empowering thing to kind of get you to do that kind of thing.
You brought it up, a good point. I know people who have gone just watched for the first time.
Sure.
Fine. Go watch.
Yeah,
I'm not saying go to a concert and watch. I mean, go to an open mic jam and realize, everyone there has the same, okay, I'm gonna go play.
Someone makes a mistake. Who
cares?
Who cares?
Nobody
ever
cares. I'm a Fish fan. Trey makes mistakes all the time.
All the time.
I love his guitar
right?
playing. Yeah. Okay, no, relax.
Yeah. Well, not the most.
Don't insult my favorite.
I didn't say anything.
You agreed with me. I was just kidding.
The most important tip I could probably give you,
Go ahead.
the best way to get out of a rut,
Yeah.
is by enrolling in our Masterclass that we made.
Oh.
Not jamming with another musician.
I didn't even see that
Wasn't
coming.
even meant to be a plug, but why not? Speaking of jamming,
is so funny.
what great way to immerse yourself than a very reasonably priced. Because when you look at the prices for all these other YouTubers' masterclasses, they're like hundreds of dollars.
You're so.
Ours is not nowhere near that.
I swear to
It's like-
God that we didn't even talk about that. You were just like. We'll link it below. How to jam with friends or with
Yeah,
others.
it's great.
That's great.
It's
Actually,
great.
it's a good point.
Yeah, but it is kind of what we were just talking about.
Yeah.
Jamming with somebody else, jamming tracks. You know?
It is. It's actually about new perspective. That's. I have another one that was really funny. Do you want to? That was one of yours.
But aside from that,
yes, go ahead. Yeah. Good.
try to record yourself. Just try to compose something. Just write something. You know what I mean? Even
Writing
is the best because there's never been a cheaper time to get into some kind of recording
Yes.
equipment. Whether it's a USB microphone, your phone's voice memos, you know, you can...
Absolutely.
Kind of opening up, like, the production element is just a new thing to kind of dive into that really kind of makes you listen a little bit differently.
Yes.
Because it's one thing to listen while you're playing, and it's another thing to listen after you've played.
And also, to piggyback on that, like a lot of us take a lot of like outside information and bring it in as we're learning. And as a musician, you want to learn how to take what's inside of you and get it out. And
Right.
and not for nothing, like I have a lawnmower, like a Toro lawnmower. It says starts on every first pull. That's okay. Right, it is. And so the idea is, is like there's a primer button that you got to hit like to press 1 second 3 times, and you got to go like. I have a hair, and then you pull it. And the idea is you're not going to be an expert at writing songs until you prime the pump, and the pump needs to go from in to out. And if you're watching YouTube videos, nothing bad about that. You're usually going from out to in and absorbing, but maybe just writing, starting the engines going this way, and just getting that flow might get you right out of a rut and then back into playing.
And what better way to start that than a blues primer playlist? Also linked in the description.
This guy
from Ian.
You want a hype man? The last thing. Do you have anything? I have one last thing to say.
Sure, go for it. Yeah.
Put the guitar down.
Yeah, right.
Put the guitar down for a week or two. There's nothing wrong with it. Who did you sign a contract that says you have to play guitar every day and enjoy it? No.
Don't burn yourself out.
Don't burn yourself out. Put the guitar down. I put the guitar down for a year and a half when I was in college.
Yeah.
I lost my guitar, so
yeah.
then I found it.
And he picked up the.
We'll edit that out. No, just kidding. And the idea is.
What? He picked up the saxophone.
Saxophone. Yeah, exactly. We gotta cut it. No, I'll leave it in. But let the fuel of life fuel back up. Let the real interactions of life, the music that is in life, the songs, the stories, the heartbreak, the stress, everything will fill you back up with the need to play guitar. So there's no problem with putting the guitar down for X amount of time. You're gonna come to it.
And to kind of piggyback off of that, another tip that I would have is try a different instrument out.
Oh,
right?
Yes.
Because I consider myself less of a guitar player, more of just a musician. Guitar is something that I end up playing a lot.
Right.
Like a lot of people don't know, but like I was like piano and guitar, I was not better than one over the other. My guitar videos just took off, so now I'm like a guitar player, right?
Yeah, right.
But like for me, kind of like I was always just inspired by playing something on a different instrument,
Yeah.
And then that just opens up a whole world of possibilities. Being inspired by different things, living life, having experiences that are different from what you normally do,
and then transferring over back to the guitar.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times I've heard something played on piano, and I'm like, that is gorgeous, and I go and I sit down this piano right here, and I'm like, that was just a C chord arpeggio.
Oh my gosh,
like,
right?
How is that possible?
Oh, an inversion.
Yeah, so like, you're right. Either put the guitar down and leave it there, or go play another instrument. But to be honest, if you're in a rut, it's natural. Nothing to be upset about. You're going to come back to it. You shouldn't be down on yourself. We all go through it. And I like to say, instead of a rut, maybe a plateau. That's easier on the heart.
Oh, sure.
And a plateau. A rut's like, I'm a trapped, claustrophobic rut.
I'm in a rut. I'll never get out of this rut.
Yeah, plateau. Okay, I've leveled out. Anyway, but thank you so much for being here, and I'm glad that hopefully you enjoyed Sean's plugs and presence. Thank you for being on the channel. And if you have any suggestions on how to get out of a rut or a plateau, link them below, because we all go through it, and admit it. And down below, be like, I went in a rut for this.
There's no shame.
There's no shame. Right? A year and a half.
Yeah. And look at us now.
Yeah.
sitting at the top of the,
Yeah.
the pinnacle of
In the
success.
Stitch Palace.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Still not above talking to the
I
Commonwealth.
remember, I gotta caulk that window because the whole thing's leaking. Anyway, all right, take it easy, guys. Bye.